Welcome everyone to this session on Python operators. In this video, we will cover different types of operators in Python, their syntax, and practical example. By the end of the video, you will have a solid understanding of how operators are used in Python programming. Python operators are the building blocks of any Python program. They allow us to perform calculations, make decisions, and manipulate data. In this slide, we have listed the key types of operators give me a minute. So before we delve into key types of operators, let us look at the two broader syntax: operators and operands. Right? So operators are symbols used to perform operations on variables and values. And operands are the variables or values on which operators act. So if you take the example 10 plus num, that is num, plus here is the operator, and 10 and num are operands, right? So if you look at different categories of operators in Python, they will broadly be these 6 categories: arithmetic operators, relational operators, assignment operators, logical operators, identity operators, and membership operators. In subsequent slide, we will look at their purpose and the set of operators that are used in each category. Let us start with arithmetic one. These are used for mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The example shown here will help you understand how to apply these operators in your programs. Python also supports modulus, floor division, and exponentiation. We will see in these symbols, your addition is plus, subtraction is minus, multiplication is into, then your division is division operators, and percentage is used for modulus, that gives the remainder part of it, right? So 5% 2 is 1, right? Floor division, remember these are double division like symbols or double or slash operators. Here you will get the integer part of it. So 5, floor division 2, so you'll have 2 times full, right? And then one remainder, so it will actually give you result 2. And exponentiation is kind of x raised to the power y, right? So 5 raised to the power 3 is 125. The relational operators or comparison operators, they allow us to compare two values. The output is always a boolean, that is true or false. As shown in the table, operators like greater than, less than, and equal to help us compare numbers or strings effectively. So you can look at the example: A is 10, B is 20. If you look at print A less than B, what you will get? Whether this statement is true or not. So since 10 is less than 20, the output that you will get will be true. Let's look at assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign values to variables. Beyond the basic equal sign, Python supports compound assignment operators like plus equal to as well as into equal to, which modify the variable and assign the result in one step. So every time you don't have to simply say x is equal to 5. When you say x is equal to 5, and if you assume that x is having value 5, then x plus is equal to 3 will be equivalent to x is equal to x plus 3. And what will be the value of x now? Say 8. X minus equal to 3 will be equivalent to x is equal to x minus 3. So it will give the value back to 5. Then multiply by 3, 15. Divide by 3, again 5. Modulo 3. So what will be 15? 5 modulo 3 will be having remainder of 2. What will be 5? And then floor operation, you will get 1. And if you do exponentiation 3 times, you will get 125. Logical operators, on the other hand, they are essential when dealing with conditional statements. So they help us combine multiple conditions together. For example, the AND operator requires all conditions to be true, while OR only require one condition to be true, right? And not negates the condition. So if you see, so for logical operator, our slide is not updated here. We will actually be showing it before end of this discussion. Okay, let us look at identity operators. So identity operators such as is and is not are used to compare the memory location of two objects. They are particularly useful for understanding whether two variables points to the same object in memory, right? So is and is not. If A is B, A is not B, right? So say if A is 1, 2, 3, B is 1, 2, 3, and if you test A is B, so since they are not pointing to the same memory or same object, right? If A is B, when you say, this will be false. Whether A is equal to B, that is true because both are having similar value, right? So you are having these variations equal to is not, that you can use for identity operators. On membership, that is through is and is not. Just hold on. I think we are okay. Give us a minute. What we'll be doing is we'll actually update our slides with correct detail. So this relation operator is fine. Assignment operator is fine. Logical operator we have to change. Identity operators we have to check, and membership one. So membership one is correct, right? So that we are doing with is and is not. Okay. So just give us a moment. Okay, so rather than is and not is not, membership operators are in and not in, right? So if A is 1, 2, 3, and you check that whether 2 in A, you can get the answer, right? True or false. Coming about this logical operator, let us correct this slide as well. So in logical operators, as we said, we are having a and or, right? And let us take the correct example here. So I'll write this next, okay? Okay. So we'll review it so that you can, get right kind of detail again. Arithmetic operator, one of these plus minus into, then division, modulus, fluid division, and exponentiation. In relational one, we are having issue here as well. Give us a minute. I think there has been some mistake in referring to right example. We'll correct it. That's why. Okay. We got arithmetic, relational, assignment, logical, identity, membership. Okay. And then actually, that's what we done. Okay, let us review them once again. So plus minus into, then division, modulus, fluid division, and exponentiation. You have to pay special attention to fluid division. It returns you the integer part, and modulus returns you the remainder part. Relational one are actually equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. And the output here will be whether it is evaluating to true or false. For example, if A is 10 and B is 20, since A is less than B, your output here will be true. Assignment operators here, so simple equal to, and then you can combine all the arithmetic operators. So plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to, division operator, modulus operator, exponentiation, all of that can be combined. So you can use either in shorthand form or in complete form, and both of them will be having a similar meaning. Logical one, and or not. So and returns true, both conditions are true. So true and false will be false. False and false will also be false. Only true and true will be true. In case of or, if even one of that is true, so either true or false, false or true or true, all of that will evaluate to true. Uh, Only when you are having false or false, that will evaluate to false. And not will actually be the opposite of whatever you are applying. This reverses the Boolean value. So A is 10, B is minus 20. Now if you are checking if A is greater than 0, what it will be? Since A is 10, it is greater than 0, so this is true. And B is less than 0, it is also true. So true and true will result into true. Identity operators, is and is not. So if A is 1, 2, 3, B is 1, 2, 3, A is B, they are not referring to same object or same memory. Uh, so that will be false. Equality operator is different. Membership through in and not in, right? So 2 in 1, 2, 3 for list, right? Or 4 not in 1, 2, 3, true, right? Okay. From exam perspective, you can expect actually some of these, So 10 and when you are taking the floor operation with 3, right? So it will go 3 times, right? So the part which is coming in decimal has to be neglected or rejected or left over. Then if you have to print, right, 10 is greater than 5. What it will relate to? 10 is greater than 5 is true, and not of true will be false, right? Apple is an string and A is present in apple, right? So what it will result into? True. You can now try and x is 10, y is 20, print x plus y is greater than 50, y minus x is less than 10. What will happen? X plus y will be 30, 30 is greater than 15. No. So you got false as false. If one is false, then straight away your output will be false because of logical operator and. Then you have to check if Python is substring of learn Python. Yes, right? So Python is in learn Python, and that is true. Uh, so operator perform operations on variables and value. Python provides various categories like arithmetic, relational, logical, etc. that we saw. You can actually practice with essential to master the operator uses, and try actually practicing it with the IDEs that you are actually using. Thanks. Before when we actually start our next video, we will look at a bit of operator precedence, and then we'll take it. We will look at actually some of the real world example for you. Thanks, guys.